Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Miami Dolphins fans. Don't fall into this cycle of negativity that we see going on. After all, we live in a world where even Jason Sanders gets the best of Tyreek Hill. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you've heard of this or not, but today they were sitting next to each other and Tyreek looked at him and said, "You better not miss any kicks this year." And without missing a beat, bless his heart, Jason Sanders looks at Tyreek and says, "You better not drop any balls this year." Let's talk about it. I'm sorry, I just find this hilarious. Let's just look at this picture one more time. Uh, oh my goodness. Look at Jason Sanders' face. Like he knows it. He knows he just Tyreek got smoked by a kicker. Oh man, that's so funny. Okay. Let's just let this go. Oh man. All right, one more time. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I had to. Dolphins fans, thanks for checking out the channel. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Um make sure to subscribe and like if you can. If I can get rid of these giggles, maybe I can get on with the programming here, but oh my goodness. That whole video is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go check go check it out. Just go to Twitter and type in Jason Sanders and Tyreek Hill. It'll pop up. It's the funniest thing ever. Obviously they're just messing around, so no one's being serious here. It was hilarious. Um, Jeez, I can't stop laughing about it. Ah, so this is Chicago week for the first week of preseason for the Dolphins, and we have a couple interesting things that I want to talk about. I'm sure just about everybody has seen the uh, the depth chart for Miami, and most of it's kind of as you'd expect. A couple weird things in here, spaced out that I was kind of curious and wondering about, but no big surprises, nothing crazy. Um, the only thing that I'm looking at, I mean, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. It's all whatever. We all know pretty much what's happening there. A couple things I did want to mention. Number one, they have Eric Ezekama as our second nickel receiver, or third wide receiver rather, behind Nick Westbrook. Like I said, nothing really too much to read into it here. These are players that they're going to be, getting some play time to. But having Ezekama as the second string, that he's going to start during that Bears game, and I feel like maybe they're trying to give him a good, solid look. That could be a good thing, could be a bad thing for him. It could mean that they're thinking about cutting him, and they just want to get one more look before they finalize their decision. And who really knows? It's just something I noticed that was kind of worth mentioning. They have D. Eskridge listed as questionable. And if you go look at their injuries and stuff, there's nothing there about D. Eskridge, so I wouldn't really expect to see him miss any play time. I think he's going to get a solid amount of play time as well, and expect a heavy dose of Malik and Taj, the Washingtons. Expect to see them get some play time too. They also have Darren Waller as our number one tight end, and I think that essentially means he's not going to play against the Bears in that game. I really doubt it. Julian Hill is the second rated tight end, and then Pharaoh Brown. I think we'll see a heavy dose of both. Probably see a little bit of Tanner Connor too, but I think that Tanner Connor's on his way out the building. Um, Alec Ingold is questionable. He's not going to be playing. I would really be shocked if he had any play time. You will see a little bit of Chris Merrick getting some play time at fullback, and you might see Tanner Connor get a little bit of play time at fullback as well. He filled in during practices for Alec Ingold. Tanner Connor moved over from tight end to fullback, and did a somewhat serviceable job, at least during practice. So something to look at there. As far as offensive line goes, I wouldn't expect Austin Jackson, James Daniels, Aaron Brewer, Jonas Vaianaya, or Patrick Paul to play in this first game. They might get some play time in the second and third preseason games, but not much. Trying to keep the line healthy. But expect a solid heavy dosing of Larry Borum, Andrew Meyer, Daniel Brunskill, Keon Smith, Ryan Hayes, Braden Daniels, Addison West, Jackson Carman, and Jalen McKenzie. Probably a little bit of Jermaine Ifedi, and Josh Preeb as well. Your offensive line, they're going to be mixing around those second, third, and fourth string players and trying to iron out who their best players are. That pretty much sums up the offense. I mean, you're not going to see much starters on offense, and that's probably a good thing. But when we look at the defense on the depth chart, that's where I get a little bit of questions. I'm wondering, what is going on here? If you look on ESPN or NFL.com and you look at the depth chart that has been put out by the teams, or even on MiamiDolphins.com, in big bold letters, it says base defense 4-3. What? We're a 3-4 defense, right? I'm confused. It's a little weird to see, and it's interesting too. I'm not against a 4-3 defense. I feel like it's not as easy to camouflage things and to switch things up a little bit with the 4-3, but it does present some interesting positions to be played. I'm interested into why it's listing as a 4-3 defense, and they're providing the players as a 4-3 front. It's weird to me that they would do this. Left defensive end, Chop Robinson. Left defensive tackle, Zach Sealer. Right defensive tackle, Benito Jones. Right defensive end, Bradley Chubb. Who's missing from that list? And I'm not talking about Kenneth Grant. We'll get to that in a second. What I'm talking about is Jalen Phillips. So in this 4-3, they have Chop and Bradley on the ends as defensive ends. Benito Jones and Zach Sealer as defensive tackles. Your will linebacker is Jordan Brooks. Your middle linebacker is Tyrell Dodson. And your Sam linebacker is Jalen Phillips. Now, this is interesting to me. And when I first looked at it, I was like, what the heck is this? And then the more I think about it, that's interesting. This could end up being a very, very formidable defense if they run the 4-3 a little more than the 3-4 even. I like the way this sounds. I want to see it played out. I want to see if they actually play a 4-3 defense in this game against the Bears. But if they do, this could be daunting. And you're looking at that. That's your front seven. Chop Robinson, Zach Sealer, Benito Jones, Bradley Chubb. Well, why don't they have Kenneth Grant instead of Benito? Just chill. Okay? But like I said, it's the first depth chart. But what you're looking at is this is interesting to me now. When I say, let's see, Chop Robinson, Zach Sealer, Benito Jones, and Bradley Chubb. Behind Chop Robinson, you have Muhammad Kamara and Derek McClendon. Behind Zach Sealer, you have Kenneth Grant. Rotating out Kenneth Grant and Zach Sealer could be something severely dangerous for any NFL team to play against. I like that. Anyway, moving on. And these could all be interchanged. You could put Kenneth Grant instead of Benito Jones and have Kenneth Grant and Zach Sealer play side by side. You could put Jordan Phillips in there instead of Zach Sealer and have Jordan Phillips and Kenneth Grant play. Have a rookie interior. I mean, there's all kinds of options here, but I like this. Um, the backups are Mohamed Kamara, Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, Grayson Murphy, Derek McClendon, Matthew Butler, Matt Dickerson, and Alex Huntley. And Zeke Biggers is in that fourth slot as a tackle. There's a lot of mix and match that you can do with that front four. I like it. And I like the 3-4 as well. I think the 3-4 could be just as dangerous moving moving Bradley Chubb to that other edge rushing position and having two tackles and a nose, or however you want to word it. I like this whole option that we have. I'm just confused as to why they're listing the 4-3 as the main defense. It makes me wonder if, and we didn't hear anything about this from Anthony Weaver, but it makes me wonder, are they going to switch to a 4-3 defense this year mainly? It's intriguing. So, moving on from that, you have Kendall Sheffield and Storm Duck as your number 1 and number 2 cornerbacks. You have Mike Hilton as the nickelback, and I like that lineup. I do. I like that lineup a lot. I think that's actually going to be pretty formidable. They're listing Ashton Davis as the starting strong safety and Minkah Fitzpatrick as your free safety. I like that as well. Obviously, Ashton Davis isn't going to be playing right now. He's still recovering, but he's moving along just fine. No setbacks or anything. Your backups, as far as your cornerbacks and your safeties, you have Jack Jones, Cam Smith as your third, and B.J. Adams behind Cam Smith as that left cornerback at that left cornerback position. That's the number 2. The number 1 cornerback position would be Storm Duck at number 1, Ethan Bonner backing him up, and Jason Marshall Jr. close behind. Strong safety Ashton Davis, followed by Ifeatu Melifonwu, Patrick McMorris, and Jordan Colbert. I mean, it's going to be hard for Jordan Colbert to make the team. It's going to be a tough one, but you could practice squad him if you have to. I do like Jordan Colbert. I think that would be a good addition to the team. He's raw. That's all. Free safety, Minkah, of course, number 1, Elijah Campbell at number 2, Dante Trader at 2, and John Saunders Jr. at 3. Third backup. John Saunders and Dante Trader are going to be fighting for that last spot. We'll see what happens, but ultimately these positions here are going to come down to special teams. Who can gun, who can make special teams plays, who has that extra talent. Nickelback, Cornell Armstrong is your second string, followed by Isaiah Johnson and Ethan Robinson. Like I said, we have a decent amount of cornerbacks and free safety and safeties on this team right now. There's going to have to be some people missing spots on this team. So we'll see what happens there. The last thing that just makes me go, what the heck is going on here? That I honestly don't like. I don't like the fact. Well, see, now they fixed it. Originally, pardon me. Originally, they had Ryan Stonehouse. They had written Ryan Stonehouse or Jake Bailey. They did not have, as a punter, they didn't have one of them better than the other or ranked as a starter, and I was just blown away by that. I was like, it's so painfully obvious that Ryan Stonehouse needs to be our starting punter. And it was just weird. So now they have Ryan Stonehouse as the starting punter and Jake Bailey as the backup. We still need to cut Jake Bailey. It's stupid to have him on the team. It takes up a spot, and we'd save us, $1.5 million, $2 million just by cutting him. So that needs to happen, like now. But that's your depth chart, and looking at it, it's not too terribly horrible. I'm actually looking at it. I'm intrigued by a few things, mainly that 4-3 defense label. I want to see how that works out. I do. I am intrigued by it. I like it. I like the 4-3 as it is. And it's a defense that I'm very familiar with, going through high school and college and coaching and everything else that I've done in regards to football. I've largely been a proponent of the 4-3. I like it. I'm familiar with it. And I think that it's a good defense at all levels of football, not just, peewee or not just professional. It can be a dominant thing, especially if it's ran right. at any level. And just it's interesting to see that Weaver's got this up here instead of a 3-4, which it could be either one for the Miami Dolphins. This could all be a big trick. It could be Anthony Weaver just playing games. Make everybody think we're going to run a 4-3 and then come out with a 3-4. So who knows? Who knows what happened? Maybe it's going to be a 46. It's probably not going to be a 46. That would be crazy. But that's where we're at. A lot of intriguing things. It's going to be fun to see the Chicago practice coming up here this week, and it's going to be really, really fun because, okay, so tomorrow, I believe, is the practice with the Chicago Bears. And then we'll have a walkthrough on Saturday, and the game is Sunday against the Bears. And like I said, expect some of these position battles to kind of get worked out. Be watching these position battles. Watch the tight end battles. Watch who comes in for tight end and watch their plays. Pay attention. Pay attention to the offensive line and who's in there at any given play. The announcers during these preseason games, they really try to announce who's coming in and who's coming out, but there are so many substitutions in these games that it's really hard to announce them all. So pay attention. If you have the ability to pause the live TV, make sure you take advantage of that and find out who's playing in these plays that you're about to watch. And see how these individual players are doing. Pay attention to not just the offensive line, but the defensive line. Pay attention to the cornerback positions, free safety. There's so many things that we have to watch, you guys. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. We're getting within a month of football, of real football. I mean, preseason's fun and it's great to watch, of course, and it tides us over until week 1 of the regular season, but we're getting so close, guys. You got to be a little excited, even some of you who are haters, you have to be a little excited about what might happen. There's always that little bit of optimism. Don't let that optimism turn into negativity. Of course, things could go wrong. Everything could fall apart. Everyone could get injured. We could, have the worst season in NFL history. We could. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to be worse than last year, but we should want to be. We should hope for good. We should want to see good football. We should want to see a team play well. So the optimism is real this time of year. Allow yourselves to feel it a little bit. No one's going to get mad at you for being optimistic this time of year, and if they do, shame on them. It's the beginning of the season. Be excited. Football is fun. Look forward to it. Enjoy it. Don't be such a negative Nancy. I'm going to try not to. You guys should try as well. Oh, also, I got this new hat. I'm super excited about it. It's beautiful. I just got it. I just ordered it off Fanatics. I like the classic emblem, and that's what this is, and it's fitted, and it feels great, and I love it. Anyway, let's just be ready for some football. Let's enjoy ourselves. Enjoy this week. Enjoy your last day before the weekend. Those of you who work every day, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy watching some football. Find a way to go watch the game and watch these position battles and get an idea for yourself as to where everybody's at. I want to that's all this was. I just wanted to thank everybody for watching and talking about this depth chart real quick before the Friday practice. I'll put a video out tomorrow or go live tomorrow after the practice is over and kind of talk about how things went, and we'll go from there. But thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Consider giving a like. Those things help. It gets the YouTube to share the video with more people. So if you get a chance to do that, please. Comment, tell me what you guys think about this depth chart. Even if you disagree with me, tell me what you disagree about. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you like. Let's talk about it. Until I talk to you guys next time, fins up, stay hopeful if you can, and we'll talk to you guys next time.